Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this recap video for Simpler Futures, I'm going to kick it off with Amazon. Now, why would we be talking about Amazon? It's Simpler Futures after all. Well, during earnings season, we're all stock traders. The tail wags the dog, and that means that waiting for a pullback like I want on the NQ means leaning a lot on names like Facebook and Google and Amazon and Intel and names that have the heavier weighting within the index that could create the pullback, and leave it to Amazon to give us a little bit of the correction that we want. So my level was really 58.35 to 58.05. I can be a little bit more on the gun shy side of things, meaning I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. I had some traders that stepped out at the 58.50 in the chat room, and they had a nice ride higher. And I'll tell you what, the only thing that makes me happier than me putting on a good trade is when the people in chat room are putting on good trades. And I could not be happier. A lot of people are taking a nice 60 points into, taking that nice move higher into the weekend. That's a pretty nice move on a day like today on NQ. So next up is the actual Amazon play. And Amazon for me is just a parallel play. It's a correlated play. And so I'm long Amazon now. Some of the traders went ahead and bought the pullback like I did. We had a zone last night with earnings around 10.17 and a half, even up around the 10.25 area, which actually was very productive in the after hours. But those were aggro or aggressive setups. Conservatively, I wanted to see the follow through. Now, we didn't get to see that on Facebook. So let me show you something. We don't always get that chance. Facebook spiked lower, and then that was it. If you look at the Facebook move that we had, quick spike down there, 158, and then we just never saw it again. So there are going to be those times where you're not going to wake up the next morning with an opportunity beyond the after hours action to get a fill. Today on Amazon, that is what we got. 10.05 was what I ended up building a position at. Actually, 10.05.10 to be quite precise. So now what? Well, this is a longer term uptrend play, and so is this, and it's going to contribute. There's definitely that hand in glove fit here between heavier weighted stocks and the NAS. So again, during earnings season, especially if you're an index player, playing the NAS, playing the SPOOs, playing the Dow, you're a stock trader too. You don't have to trade the stocks, but you got to watch for the opportunity, and a great one Amazon gave us today. What else have I got going on? I like the whole, copper and Freeport-McMoRan are another fun play. You take a look at copper taking off, and you look at FXC. Looking at FXC, you can see they pretty much mimic each other. FXC looks a lot like copper. When copper took off, it took this one with it. If you're looking for an opportunity to play a correction on FXC. Now, I typically don't like playing stocks under 20 bucks, but this one's got such a nice correlation to copper. It just makes sense right now. I'm waiting for the copper rollover to follow through. I would love to see the 60-minute wave rollover take us down to a retracement on the daily where I want to get long. And if I want to get long HG, I sure can get long FXC, and that's the plan. So quick recap, and I really wanted to emphasize that whole, commodity futures to equities link. I love when those things line up like that. Here's a great example, two opposite sides of the spectrum, a heavier weighted name within the NAS, and then a stock that links very strongly to commodities. Love the connections. I'll see you next week.